Here we are. Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 27 of The Dirty Nerdy. I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about some video game stuff because there was a bunch of things that came out. And we're going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion, and who knows what else might come up. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Steve. How you doing today?
Doing great, Chris. Had a pretty hectic week with work and stuff, but still managed to get into watching Kenobi and the other and Miss Marvel, and then we got to go see Jurassic Park last night, or Jurassic World. I keep wanting to call it Jurassic Park because
I do the same thing.
The pull together with the originals, but yeah, Jurassic World. So that was my week. I played a little bit of Ghosts, but not a lot. What's occupied my free time here this week has really been, I don't know if you can really see that, but a lot of Diablo Immortal. I really didn't think I would like a mobile game like that, but the hack and slash genre really lends itself to mobile gaming. And it's kind of good brainless fun, which is exactly what Diablo's always kind of been. There's not a lot of strategy to it. So that's kind of been my week.
Most of the strategy is how you want to build your character.
Exactly. The kind of build you want. It is a multiplayer. There's probably a new genre name for it, but it's an MMO RPG hack and slasher. So you do play with other people. You can group with them and do rifts and elder rifts and challenges, and there are even raids and stuff in there. I haven't touched any of those as of yet. But if you've got some time to kill, it's something to check out.
How's the lag?
I haven't had a whole lot of problem.
Okay.
I haven't been playing a whole lot of it on a mobile network. I've been playing a lot of it on actual networks, internet, but it seems pretty good.
All right. I used to play some of those mobile MMOs years and years ago, and there were some good ones out there, but I don't know, playing those kind of games on the phone, and these had the joystick. It wasn't the point and click like what Diablo is.
Yeah. Well, Diablo's got a joystick, but it's built into the screen.
Yeah. So that's what these games did too. And I just didn't like that because I'd all of a sudden my finger would be at the top of my screen and I'd just keep sliding up or over or whatever.
No, I totally get it. How about you, Avery? What have you been up to this week?
This week has been just recovering from getting sick the previous week. But other than that, as far as gaming and movie news, so I've switched over and finished playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I am now on a DBZ kick where I'm trying to find anything and everything DBZ movie, anime wise, and gaming wise. So apparently, they are releasing a new Dragon Ball Super movie that's based off a Japanese French card game franchise a DBZ card franchise out in Japan right now called DBZ Superheroes. It's a very popular card-based game in Japan. They have an American version that's available on Steam, and basically they're making that into a movie. And what really is it's just like a what if, it's a what if episodes of Dragon Ball Z, right? So it's what if Yamcha was actually a Super Saiyan or a Saiyan and turned into a Super Saiyan type thing, or if he wasn't a weak ass mofo, or what if Krillin was 6 feet tall instead of only 3 feet tall type thing. So it's kind of just a lot of what ifs and stuff. It's pretty cool, it's not canon whatsoever, but it's pretty fun to watch.
That's interesting. I wish Dragon Ball would just get a decent movie. A decent normal movie.
Yeah. Before no, I definitely agree. After the whole Universal tournament for Dragon Ball Super, I was like, okay, what's next? And as I was digging through reading the mangas and stuff, there's definitely a lot more that's coming, but they decided that this was more important to do kind of just non-canon movie, which is fine, whatever. Fan service is fan service, but I just thought it was interesting. So I've kind of so I've been on a kick on that, right? Kind of just diving into that. I've also checked out Jurassic World yesterday, and we'll definitely talk about that. And I think that's about it as far as that. Just I went to I went to TJ this also a couple days ago. I went to Tijuana.
Okay.
Yeah.
For work?
No, it was for my girl. Like she had to get some stuff done. So
Okay, right on.
think everything's cheaper in Mexico. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been my week. How about you, Chris?
So I went and I saw. This might have been. This is the first time in a long time that I went to the theaters twice in 1 week.
Mm.
I went and saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is an amazing movie. I really liked it. It was I think what was part of the thing that made it so great is that it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't expecting that from this. It's just really good. Like, I really like it. I don't want to spoil it because like I think it comes out streaming soonish.
Okay.
But definitely worth the time. Yeah, it was a great escape. And yeah, I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And then of course Jurassic World. And then I have spent roughly 20 hours this week in Elden Ring.
All right.
Starting over with the Prophet. And I deleted that character this morning because I completely I ruined it. I gave this prayer book to the wrong NPC, and he said, "No, you can't do that," and destroyed the prayer book. And I really wanted those, so I'm starting over. I started over this morning, and I got like another 2 or 3 hours in. What's cool though is like I can tell how I've definitely gotten better than when I first played it. Like, I was terrible. I'm still terrible, but definitely a lot better now. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So we had Summer Games Fest.
Summer Game Fest.
And they had a bunch of trailers. And I kind of wanted to go over some of them. So this one in particular is Street Fighter 6, but I don't think they made this announcement last week. Let me make sure the volume's off. Okay. I don't think they made this announcement last week at the Sony State of Play, but this one kind of got me excited because it was the character that I always played is coming back.
I gotta say, I like that Capcom design, their logo design. That was pretty dope.
This whole thing looks so good.
Wow.
Bringing back Guile.
Damn.
Super
like, he had muscles before, but like, look at them guns now.
Yeah.
Wow, this looks clean. Yeah.
But I heard someone say it's kind of like Street Fighter with like a Splatoon aesthetic because of all the colors that are going on.
Okay.
I think this game looks great. I'm not that big into fighters anymore. It was definitely more of a thing when I was a kid in the arcade. Like, those were the best arcade games.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I've played a fighting game, and not only that, but play it well. Like, I think Dragon Ball Fighters was the last one, and I was just all like, I'm just really getting my ass kicked. Like, I have 2D fighting games are just not my jam anymore. Like, even Mortal Kombat. Like, I bought that franchise, like, with everyone that came out, especially Mortal Kombat 10, and like, I'll play it, but I just find myself like, I'm not good anymore.
So yeah, I think that looks really good. I think I think that looks real. I just love the art of it.
It looks gorgeous. I like the art direction they went with it. Like, I feel it kind of just brings a new life to it. Like you're saying, it does remind me a little bit of like the art direction, like a Splatoon. But I think that fits well with
Street Fighter.
Yeah, like I like that. Like, that's dope. Like, it kind of adds a little bit of that pun street, art aspect into it.
Okay.
I like it.
There was another thing that I didn't notice in the State of Play. I don't know if it was because you just couldn't hear it or whatever, but they have like a play-by-play announcer now. And I think that's a terrible idea because, you play Madden or 2K, and you just hear the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
Yeah,
I
that'll get
feel
boring
you.
fast.
Yeah, like when 2K first, started doing that, the play-by-play, I thought that was amazing because it felt real. It felt like,
Yeah.
it felt, it felt like, oh my god, like I'm playing a game and like, you're hearing you. I keep forgetting his name, but you hear him actually announce and talk to you,
Kevin
and it was
Harlan.
cool. Thank you. But then you kept, but then it just kind of just kept rehashing it over and over the following years, and it's all like, okay, now this is not fun anymore. Like this is not innovative.
Yeah, and when you play like enough seasons, it's just the same thing over
It's
and
just,
over, and it's just
it's
like
the same thing.
I shut it off now. I just straight up shut it off.
Yeah.
If I'm playing one of those, I turn them like almost all the way down,
Yeah.
and then I like jack up the crowd in the game
Right.
audio, the player audio.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Street Fighter 6 website, and it looks like they've only really announced 5 characters: Ryu, Luke, Jamie, Chun-Li, and Guile. Have they announced any others?
So I didn't save it. Maybe I should have saved it, but when I was on Twitter last week after the state of play, someone posted a graphic, and it looked like 12 or 15 characters.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
So
maybe they're
know.
just. I don't. Yeah, I'm saying. Look, I'm looking at it too, and I only seen 5 characters, which is interesting. But I'm sure there'll be more.
So this next one is called the Callisto Protocol, and I believe it comes from someone who created Dead Space.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that.
There was definitely a heavy theme in the Summer Games Fest. There was probably at least 4 sci-fi horror games. I just brought this one because this one has some of the more interesting stuff. Luckily, we're a small channel on YouTube, and YouTube might not hit us for this one. So because it gets a little gory, even though this is on YouTube, they don't like it when normal people do it.
Yeah, I mean, whenever the big companies giving them money, then they just go hush hush. You know how this works. We get this in the game industry all the time. Like, compliances, whatever, bugs. It's just whatever. Here's money.
I really want to play this, but like I don't know. I have such a difficult time like playing horror games now. Like I don't know what the hell happened. I played one of the scariest games ever made by myself in a fucking trailer in the dark. Like, but like now I just can't do it. I played Fatal Frame 2.
Oh,
and it was like I was like the only person on earth in the situation that I was in. Like, yeah. I wanted to get to. Is this it? Yes. No. They used this gun where he like suspended him. And like it's super graphic. I wonder. It says HD. This does not look like 1080 to mine.
You fix that.
Like, this. I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. So the game definitely gives me a lot of Dead Space vibes for sure.
Totally.
With the tightly knitted corridors, the more dark aesthetics, the lighting, even just the heads up display, how everything is, like I'm assuming like the back of his head is like his health bar, very similar to how Dead Space does. I was looking up the publisher. Crafton is a publisher, which I've never heard of them until I realized they actually changed their name from Bluehole, which they were the creators, or not creators, but they're publisher for Battlegrounds, PUBG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
This is that fan where he does that thing with that gun.
Oh wow!
That's so cool. Just shot out his legs, like, and then now he does that. And
oh my!
The fan, like, yeah.
I love it. Love it. I love it. I'm here for it. Interesting.
Yeah, I think this looks really cool. So I didn't say, but I think Street Fighter, I will wait for that one to go on sale and pick it up just because I'm not a big fighting game guy.
Yeah.
Like,
mean,
and that's typically what I do
yeah,
with what's it called? With like Mortal Kombat and stuff. Like whenever it hits like 10 or $20, I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Honestly,
same.
I've been waiting for him to hit like PS Plus or Game
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah. No, yeah, same. I mean, I think the last fighting game I bought full price was Injustice 2. But then after that, yeah, like all the Mortal Kombat and even Dragon Ball Fighters, like I waited until it was like on sale for like $10. Because I just was not gonna dedicate any time towards these fighting games.
I did pay full price for Injustice 2 as well, I think, because I got like the first one for free or something. Like it might have been $5, and I had just beaten it, and that game had just came out, and I was like, oh, well, let's keep going.
Right. He's like, I'm already hooked. I'm hooked in.
Yeah,
I actually really enjoyed Injustice 2. Like I thought it was really fun. I like the concept of like the multiverse that was integrated with it, as far as like every day, every week, it's different multiverses that you go in and with different characters, you get your gear. Like I thought that was a really cool concept. And I think it just kept it fresh as far as fighting, because then you want your new gear, you want to upgrade, you want to level up, and I really enjoyed that in a fighting game. I thought that was really cool. That was really different. Didn't make online playing fun, because everyone had their own different shit, so it kind of was like, I don't know, the balancing was horrible.
I think the new Street Fighter has like an actual story mode where you like run around in an open world type situation, and you can like beat people up. Like there's like just normal Joe NPCs just hanging out.
Interesting.
So this is what is this? This is Witchfire. This is from I believe fairly new dev studio, and I really liked how this looked. This kind of it has the what is it? It's kind of like a medieval cyberpunk thing going on. And this is all gameplay. But tell me if this reminds you of something, Steven. And I think it's only single player.
I mean, it's a little Elder Scrolls meets Destiny.
Yeah, definitely. Because you've got the guns, and you've got like the superpowers, and then it's got the medieval thing going on. Like that's even a hand cannon. I mean, the animation on the firing of the hand cannon doesn't look as good as Destiny 2 does, but
interesting.
That's all right. These guys are new. That's newish.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks interesting.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm seeing a blend of like you're saying, Elder Scrolls, Destiny, and what was the other game? Like it was like the assassin game where we had powers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my god,
my mind's going blank for it.
There's like pirates and shit.
Yeah, what is
that game? Oh my god.
I feel like it starts with a D. I don't know, man. I can't believe my mind's going blank. Why?
Dishonored?
Thank you, Dishonored.
Okay, yeah.
It took me a while. I'm going through all the games.
Yeah, it reminds me of Dishonored as well.
So
I never played the second one. Was it any good?
I really enjoyed the second one. The first one was still my favorite though, but the second one kind of Annie took the ante up a bit, as far as like your abilities and your good and evil choices. I thought it was really good. It was really well done.
I want to say they were on Game Pass recently. I don't know if they've taken them off yet or not, but I think I saw them there. So I thought this one was pretty cool. I put that one on my wish list. I'm definitely going to be checking that one out.
For sure. It's crazy. I know this game, I think the last other two games, so they're all built on the Unreal 4 engine. Looks absolutely beautiful. Obviously the Unreal engine has come to a point where not only is it being used in gaming, but it's being used for film, right? And just for everyday life. Like it's crazy to see the evolution of the Unreal engine. Like, it's always been a topic that's been talked about for years. Like, even when I was going to school, in '08, in Unreal Engine 3 was out, or sorry, no, 2, and just it was just like always ahead of its time. So to kind of see it implemented in not only in the gaming, but in just film and shows and kind of just real life applications, it's crazy. Like I got to give Epic props where their props are due. Like their development team is fantastic.
Have you ever used it for anything?
I have. So I've used when I was in college, I used Unreal. I enjoyed it, but one thing that was really hard to wrap my head around with the Unreal Engine versus using like another engine like Unity. With Unity, you start with like a blank canvas, right? So you build out. With Unreal, you start with like like a block and you build in. So it's like you're sculpturing, right? So you have like a piece of marble and you're sculpturing down to build your levels.
Okay.
Versus with Unity, you build from a blank canvas. So it's just an interesting way to design, but it's still very fascinating. Like it was really hard for me to wrap my head around it. So I didn't really dive into Unreal as much as I wanted to because I just wasn't used to that. But Steve's cool. I'll take that. Whatever, that's fine.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say Steve is just sending in messages from a different account.
Right.
No, Steve's are all just a hive mind.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, to finish off my little tangent. I wish I dived more into Unreal, but yeah, I didn't get the chance to. But when I did, it was really amazing, and it's really cool to see all these games being made in Unreal and just seeing the applications that Unreal is being used for. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to see what CD Projekt Red does with the next Witcher.
Agreed. Yeah.
So now this here is a Switch game by Devolver, I guess, and you kind of just have to watch this. Like the graphics look great, and it's just different. Like as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, all right, this is kind of very childish, and
it looks like Toy Story. Like it looks
okay.
It Toy Story.
Okay, like so. I think this is an excellent idea. It's really cool how they do like this platform thing with the book, and you've got like the realistic stuff going on. And so, it's just a basic 2D platformer here. And you've got all these different kind of modes that you're in. That kind of made me want to go play Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Mike Tyson.
And then this happens.
Whoa. Okay.
And all of a sudden you're in the real world.
Wow.
So do you play different levels and different?
Yeah.
Oh man, I like that on the cup. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So it reminds me of
the Switch. Yeah.
It reminds me of the one Zelda game where they did that, where they kind of did like the 2D, 3D, where you can switch over from 3D to 2D, like you can hug on walls and stuff. And then to kind of get across obstacles, and then you can pop yourself back out of 3D to get back where you need to go. Does that sound familiar to you guys?
Was that one of the ones on like the Game Boy Advance or something? I don't know.
Maybe, let me see. Zelda 2D, 3D thing. Let me see.
Or whatever Game Boy it was that could do that. Because I remember they did that with Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
But like the way that they do it in this game is freaking rad as hell.
Yeah, that's way more better. I really like that concept. I think that's really cool. And I like the little Easter eggs, like we just saw right, the Mike Tyson Punch Out. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure they sprinkled plenty of other ones in there, and I think that's awesome. I mean, it definitely looked like it had like Metal Slug type. It's like when they're on the cup, it looked like that reminded me of like Metal Slug.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll pick it up because it's on the Switch, and nothing against the Switch. It's just the Switch never has sales.
Never has sales. No,
that is very true.
This is very true. It never Like,
I
yeah,
paid full price way back when I bought Ultimate Alliance, and that game had been out for 3 years.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
insane.
shoot, it's full price for freaking Witcher 3 and everything. Like,
I'd
yeah.
never buy Witcher 3 on Switch. I know people that have
No.
played it that said it was amazing, but
I would never. I
You lose
couldn't.
so much on that graphic side of things.
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's pretty much what makes The Witcher 3 is the graphics. So I couldn't.
So, side tangent. Have you guys checked out the Steam Deck at all?
No.
I've seen it. I haven't really dived deep into it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
It looks legit. So one, because it's not Nintendo, it won't overtake the Switch.
Right. I mean,
But
it pretty much looks like an Xbox portable, like because I mean, obviously, I guess it still has like the same control layout, but like, yeah, it just looks like an Xbox One.
and it's all set up to do emulation, and so you can go and play all those old classic games that you own. And
I mean,
you
oh, no.
and it's definitely a better piece of hardware than the Switch is. It's bigger. Supposedly it's still light. I follow this dude Ricky Berwick on Twitter who's handicapped, and like he doesn't have like full functions of his hands, and he's using it just fine. But yeah, I'm interested in the Steam Deck if I needed to play games more mobilely. But if you're looking for something like that, check it out.
Yeah, it definitely it gives me the bulkiness gives me what was it Sega's old portable gaming, what was it called? Wow, man, I'm going blank on my gaming history. That's very sad. Like I'm shame on me. Game Gear. There you go.
Oh yeah, it does. I bet it weighs less than the Game Gear did.
Oh, I hope so, because that was a brick,
and it's got like 4 times the screen size.
Right. Yeah.
So this next one. This game, we've known about this for a long time.
Right.
There's a reason why I'm bringing this back around. They announced Casey Jones the other day at Summer Game Fest. So Casey Jones is a playable character. And also, I was unaware of this until the other day. This is a co-op 6-player game.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay. Like both couch co-op and online?
I think online for sure. I don't know about couch co-op.
I hope they have couch co-op. We need that. We need that back. We need couch co-op back.
But I'm pretty stoked that it's co-op. This might be a first day purchase for me. I don't know. It's the Ninja Turtle. This by far, I spent the majority of my time playing video games playing the first 2 Ninja Turtle games. And yeah, like those were.
I'm in if they put in an unlockable character of Usagi Yojimbo.
That's the rabbit. Or yeah, that's the rabbit.
That's the rabbit.
Yeah, dude, that would be dope.
The samurai.
Like, I would love to get I'm fine. I'm not big into the whole pixel thing. I get it. That's cool. Definitely very nostalgic and everything. But I would love like a basic, like this version of the Ninja Turtles current type game where you've got all of the characters with the rabbit and the freaking robot Ninja Turtle, the Cyber Ninja, whatever the hell. Like just have everyone. And I don't know, just have a good story, and I think that would be awesome. I would play the hell out of that. It would also be cool if you could play a Shredder, like I don't know, kind of a Shredder guy.
That would be cool.
So this is, I don't know if I could say this is my favorite out of all the stuff that came out the other day, because this next one really speaks to me too. This is called Skate Story.
Ooh.
and it's a bit different.
All right, kind of giving me a lot of Stranger Things vibes with the title cards.
See why here in a
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, what is going on?
So
This is
like
interesting.
what I love, so like you could tell when he did that 360 flip, that was a switch 360 flip by the way his stance was, and that was just a normal 360 flip. Like they put so much detail in the board and how the character is standing on it. I freaking love that. So you're a demon made of glass and pain.
Oh wow! All right.
And I think something like Satan will let you go if you skate to the moon or some shit like that.
Huh. You must skate through the
Skate
underworld.
through the underworld.
Huh.
Like I'm really hoping it's a simulator and not like Tony Hawk, because it doesn't look Tony Hawk. It looks simulator.
It looks very grounded.
Yeah, super
except
clean.
that.
Yeah.
Great story. Interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting take on skateboarding. I'm here for it. Like it's different. I like it. I'm down for. I love skateboarding games. Obviously when Tony Hawk first came out, that was my jam, and then when the Skate franchise came out, that was also my jam. We won't talk about the in between years for Tony Hawk with the Project 8 and when they tried to do the hardware devices and all the other shit that they did, and yeah, we won't talk about all that. But
I don't even know what you're talking about. They tried to make a hardware device for Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Tony Hawk Ride. You remember that?
No. When was this?
That's probably it's actually probably for the best that you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Once Skate came out, Tony Hawk didn't exist to me.
that's fair.
Like I when I was a kid, I skated I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I skated all day, all summer long. Did not give a shit. Like
No, I'm with you. I was in LA, so I had Venice Beach, so I had no choice but to skate. So.
Well, yeah, but like it was hot as balls where I live.
Oh yeah, no,
my ass off.
Yeah, you were dealing 100-degree weather. I was dealing with like 80-degree weather with cool
nice
ocean breeze.
Skate parks.
Yeah. Scantily dressed women. Yeah, I was good.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Sounds rough, Avery.
It was super rough. Like, oh my god, the misery of skating in this environment. Oh, please kill me now.
So those are the games that were of interest. They had a Midnight Suns trailer that was kind of whatever. I couldn't get past the Ghost Rider thing because they went with a more current look of Ghost Rider, and I just really liked the leather jacket and the
the Reyes version, the chrome.
Yeah, I definitely am much more into the fucking punk rock look. Yeah. And then they had a thing for the Gotham Knights, and I found out something interesting. I can't remember the name of the company that's doing this, but they did another Gotham game. And oh my God, what is the name of the developer? Rocksteady. So Rocksteady let them use their battle technology so that it stuck with the theme of all the other Gotham games.
Yeah.
I guess that might not be in this one.
What?
Yeah. And like I that kind of made the game. Like
yeah, it really did. For the Rocksteady franchise of the Gotham or the Batman series, the fighting mechanics
Arkham,
the Arkham series, the fighting mechanics what really stood out. That and also the Predator mode, right? Being able to switch from fighting to being, your detective
thing. Yeah.
So that
the detective mode definitely helped that game out too.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that what Gotham Knights that they don't turn into like another just hack and slash RPG where you're just mashing buttons instead of actually timing your moves correctly. They have like the bonuses and stuff like that, like you did with Arkham series. That's it's interesting. because I know they got the Knights, and then aren't they making kind of Suicide Squad, right? They're also making that too, right?
They are,
Is that the
yeah.
same?
Yeah. So supposedly it's. I kept hearing the Suicide kills the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was nothing about that. Yeah, there was nothing about that. Why is my brother just text me to call him, and he was just in here.
Like, tell them we're in the middle of a show. Like, ugh.
So like here's a list of the games that were shown, and we'll kind of see that theme. We've got the Aliens game, which looked like a co-op strategy type thing, where you've got like the 4 people and you've each got a different role to get different shit done together. Modern Warfare 2. I actually watched I watched the trailer release of that earlier this week. I've just never been big into Call of Duty. It looks the same.
I mean, I haven't, but let me take that back. I've been a huge fan of the MW for the Modern Warfare franchise.
Okay, yeah.
MW 1 through 3, my absolute favorite. Especially Modern Warfare 2. That's actually where I got into competitive gaming, was MW 2. So that I'm actually very intrigued to dive into that. Like, I actually might, after I think it's been about 6 or 8 years, I might buy another Call of Duty game.
I'm gonna wait. I'll consider buying that. There's been a lot of hype on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna wait. I've heard this. I never played Modern Warfare. I've heard about its greatness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll wait a few weeks, and if things seem to be rad, I might check it out myself.
Yeah, no, I'm actually super stoked. That's actually pretty cool. MW2 was my all-time favorite.
So then there's this Flashback 2, which I guess was a game. It's a sequel to a game from 1992.
Interesting.
Like
the return iconic franchise.
Yeah, it's a platformer. There was definitely a lot of platforming type things.
Yeah, I don't remember the original.
I don't. Yeah,
I was in 2nd grade in 1992. Like,
no, I was not in school yet.
We know.
High school, but I was gaming, but I don't remember it.
Then we've got Fort Solis. Just terrible fun.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I said fart too. I was like, that's interesting. Okay. Someone needs to go back to the drawing board on that.
Another one of these sci-fi suspense horror things.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting too many of those.
It's
not everything needs to be Dead Space.
Yeah, agreed. And it seems like that's what even this is going for. Like, it's too much. We don't need all this.
So that's just kind of something that happens, like how you'll kind of get like the same kind of movie that comes out at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that's just happening. I think it's some weird, if you want to get esoteric, some weird hive mind thing that we're all tapped into, and like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's the trends, right? Like, even prior, right? Because when flipping PUBG came out, and you had Fortnite, and Fortnite kind of took off that whole aspect of gaming. So then, like, you had all these games adapt to that style of gameplay. Yeah, Call of Duty got rid of their single player to adapt more of the Fortnite style. Star Wars Battlefront, like, all of these games, kept with that trend because that's what they thought. This was on the street. I absolutely fucking hated it, but I'm not the one that's making them millions of dollars, so
right.
They gotta listen to me.
Oh, One Piece game.
One Piece.
Use of tobacco. I don't remember this.
We.
All right.
Wow.
Probably no gameplay. There was like no gameplay in almost most of these.
Yeah.
And some of them are even coming out this year.
Hmm.
Oh, that looked like it could have been kind of gameplay.
Pew, 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 pew. One Piece Odyssey.
I know nothing about One Piece.
Yeah.
I just know it's really popular. Oh, this. So we can't play the audio on this because this is like all about music in the game.
Ooh.
And it looks kind of neat. Like they've got Serge Tankian from System of a Down on the soundtrack. Like they've got a bunch of. Let's get past this guy. But like, I don't like the reticle. Too much going on here. Like, chill out, bro.
Yeah. This is giving me a lot of Doom vibes.
Yeah, and like so, it's like all about the music. Because I don't know if like I don't think it's one of those games where you're supposed to play to the beat. Because like I saw something about there was a shooter that you could only shoot on the beat.
Yeah, there's which I've seen some YouTube clips about that. It's pretty cool. Like it looks pretty cool because I think it's on the Oculus, like it's VR. It looks super fun. Like I think that would be the game I would love to. I enjoy because I love I love music like that. I love rhythm games. So combining something like that with a shooter, it looked pretty dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean this is interesting. Definitely go check it out for the music. Check out the trailer.
Metal Hellsinger.
Oh, there's a demo out now. Comes out the day before my birthday. And then this was kind of cool. This is almost like a movie, which is something I kind of don't like because it's definitely going to be like a choose your own adventure type thing because they say that you could even just not play the game and have it play in movie mode.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Super mad.
But like the face models are spectacular. Let's see if we can find someone else. Like you'll recognize like that guy. That guy was in a movie we just watched.
Huh. Okay, so Supermassive Games, they're the developer. They're the same people that made Until Dawn, which was that PlayStation exclusive, like choose your own horror type thing as well.
Okay. So yeah, at least this one isn't in space, right?
Right. Yeah. There'll probably be a dream sequence when he's in space or something.
Saints Row had an announcement, and it looked like they were literally only announcing a character creator. Like, it was a lot about like,
what? I'm so confused. I loved the Saints Row franchise. Like the 1 and 2, and even 3 were really fun, but then it just kind of went off the rails.
I don't know if I was allowed to show that on YouTube.
Yeah. Moving on.
What's going on there?
Yeah, moving on.
Oh look! Oh, a Warhammer game, and then another horror game, and then the Gotham Knights. I don't think there was any gameplay on this.
No, it's just the setup. It's because basically this is the next set after the Arkham series.
Right.
Okay, right, yeah. Batman's dead and all of that.
Yeah. Spoiler: Batman's dead.
Yeah,
this is what happens.
Yeah, and then The Last of Us 2 remake. I mean, The Last of Us Part 1. Yeah, remake. They're just going to remake the whole thing. After I want to say they already remastered it.
Yeah, they already remastered.
Yeah, they already remastered it.
It's a good game. It's fine. My guess is the big push on this is to try and get it out in sync with the HBO Max series.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess that the only way it makes sense. I feel it's way too soon to do a remake for this game, even for the first one. Like,
It's not like the graphics are bad right now. Like,
they're amazing. Even the remaster it looks good. So I'm confused.
So Steve called out that Metal game, calling it an Unreal Tournament knockoff.
Interesting.
I could see where you're talking about with the aesthetic and whatnot. Definitely doomy. And I'd say more Unreal Tournament if it was only multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have kind of like the same vibe-ish. So yeah, that's it for that. You guys want to talk about some Jurassic Park?
World.
Jurassic Park World Dominion.
Wait, the Lost Jurassic World. Wait, hold on. All right, the Lost Jurassic Park of the World Dominion of the Fallen Kingdoms.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Well, we kind of know what Chris thought. He put out his little short video.
Which I'm loving those, by the way. Like I love
Thank
those. Yeah, no, they're perfect. Yeah.
Good. My goal is to like short, simple, sweet, and
Yeah.
not reveal too much information. You just know what you're going into.
Yeah. No, I think those are perfect. But I'll jump right in. I will give it 2 T-Rex crunches out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it 2 out of 5.
I think you gave it a lower score than I did.
Yeah, only because I had a different expectation as far as what I wanted for this one, and I didn't get that. So
what did you want?
Well, okay, so I wanted a post-apocalyptic dystopian future where the dinosaurs were kind of just took over the fucking planet, and you had the humans just trying to fucking survive. I didn't. Instead, what I got was this whole
cohabitation,
cohabitation of like is dinosaur rights, advocates. Like
cohabitation, corporate espionage.
Yeah, it's like
going on. Okay.
It was little like we've seen that so many times with the Jurassic Park franchise. Like the last 2 were that. Like I didn't want that.
That's fair. That's fair. I like your idea too.
Yeah. Like I just wanted to see just some humans just trying to fucking survive. I want to see like little camps. Yeah, like that's what I thought I was getting, or expect where I was getting from the last movie, from the end where they were being released. I'm like, holy shit, like this is gonna be dope. Like, dinosaurs are released, they're gonna just take, they're back in the top of the food chain and just take over the fucking globe. And now you have these humans trying to fucking survive. But no, what I get is it's they cohabitate for 4 years. You mean for 4 years? Like everything's been good?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Like everything's still standing. Like
I don't think that everything was good. I mean, there obviously there are issues. I mean,
yeah,
they kind of played off as the invasive species,
like
the cane toads down in Australia.
Yeah,
for the most part, they're a nuisance.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting more than them just be a nuisance. I wanted them to.
You were hoping that there were packs of T-Rexes roaming New York City and Los Angeles.
Yes,
that would have been legit. Yeah,
that would be pretty. That would be dope.
No lawyer was safe because they ate a lawyer in the first one and got a taste for lawyer flesh.
Right. Yeah, like that's what I was expecting, but. I don't know, but I also at the same time, I mean, I thought it was cool to see the old Jurassic Park cast. I mean, Jeff Goldblum looks amazing as always. Fucking, I forgot the actor's name, but the guy that plays Alan, like he looks exactly the same, just with a gray beard, but like he just did not age. Yeah, and I was like, wow, like look at these guys, they look great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler. I mean, I thought bringing those two back was fantastic. Goldblum's always, he's Jeff Goldblum.
Right.
They played up a lot of that stuff.
Jurassic World 1, I would change the movie title by dropping the jur and the IC.
I I was a little disappointed. They had BD Wong in there as the
Yeah.
scientist, and
Yeah.
they set him up to be such a villain in the prior two Jurassic Worlds.
Right.
I really think that the redemption of him didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Because in the first two Jurassic Worlds, he was not the kind of guy that would come around to, oh, I made a mistake and I need to fix it.
Right.
So I think the difference in that this time around is he thought he was working in a contained environment, like what all these people that work on all these different things think in real life. Like they're like, oh yeah, we're working in a vacuum here. But now it was outside of the vacuum, and I think that's why it affected him differently, possibly.
No, he knew they were going to release the locusts into nature.
But weren't they leading on to the idea that the
he was smart enough that they wouldn't reproduce and take over?
I thought there was another purpose behind the locust besides eating everyone else's crops but their own. I can't remember. It seemed like Poor Man Apple CEO. Poor man's Tim Cook.
Poor man apples. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's perfect.
But that as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, is this supposed to be Tim Cook? Like, what is this?
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought I remember them saying like he was supposed to have some other intention or something, and like behind some closed door thing, and it just ended up getting out of their hands. And I don't know. But
I don't remember that, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
No, I mean, let's be honest. We were all there to watch dinosaurs chomp down on people.
Yeah.
We didn't get as much of that as we'd like. There was a fair amount of it.
Yeah.
There's just that one scene really when they're in like, I don't know what you call it, the bazaar or something, like they're like running around the town, and like when they got that guy by the arms and everything, and I was like, all right, this is happening.
Yeah, that was pretty vicious. I was like, I want more of this. Like the whole, like the underground fighting rings, like, so that's what I was expecting more of. Like again, the more dystopian post-apocalyptic future, right? Like you had fighting rings, you had, you had your poachers, you had your slavers and stuff like that, but also just like it. I don't know. I guess I expected the world to not look as clean and shiny as it did. Like it just looked like. It looked like they just took B-roll footage of stock video and then just threw some CGI of dinosaurs. Like it just the setting to me, it just didn't fit for me. Like it just didn't really vibe with me. Like I could have done without it. Like it felt like too similar to the last movie, to Fallen Kingdom. Like it just like it wasn't any evolution to it. Even the fact that they introduced a new dinosaur, like a new the biggest carnivore threat. It's like, I mean, it's cool to see the biggest, newest, shiny dinosaur, but at the same time, I don't need to see that because it's just going to be, it's just an alternate version of the T-Rex. Just give me a classical, some dinosaur fighting, them eating some people, and call it a day.
Classical dinosaurs. We got to see the same dinosaur from Jurassic Park, the original.
Yeah.
The T-Rex was in there, and he had the scars from the raptor fight, and
I wasn't crazy thinking that I saw like, I don't know, digital tearing whenever Blue was on the screen. Like it just looked so bad.
There were some syncing issues, there were some tearing issues. I did notice a few of that. One scene that was very noticeable for me with that is when she was in the forest and she was kind of like cutting through the trees. It looks so bad. Like it looks so shitty to me because it looked like they filmed, the scene, or they, took some footage when they were filming in the forest, and then of course just CGI'd her in there. But like the framework and just the placement while she was running through, it just looks so bad. Like I was like, it kind of took me out. I was like, man, this is really bad.
Yeah. I liked them trying to build the family because that's such a weird situation.
Right.
I liked that, how they were trying to figure that out. And I liked how the little girl, I can't remember her name for the life of me, was like trying to figure out who Maisie's trying to figure out who she is.
Yeah.
I knew the baby raptor, baby girl thing was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of whatever about that. And then it was super cringe at the end when she puts her hand out and like she's a girl, she's a child, so of course she's not a great actor, but it just looked.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I did like that concept, right, of the whole, dinosaurs reproduction cycle, because that kind of goes back to the first Jurassic
Right.
Park, right, where even Ian, Jeff Goldblum's character, he's saying like life will find a way. Like you thought that taking their reproductive system will stop them from breeding, but life finds a way, and you kind of get that right with this one. So I like that. I thought that concept, bringing it all around, like bring it back,
Yeah.
was really cool.
Well, they even explained how Blue was able to like self procreate with using the genes of some other lizard when they put her together and everything. So like, yeah, that okay, cool. There should have been like 8 of them.
No, agreed. Like this should have been a whole pack.
And like, yeah, Blue wasn't the only one, and
Sure.
weren't they only making females?
Mm-hmm.
So that means they all could have done that.
That was in the first one that they said they were only making females. I don't think in the Jurassic World series they've ever actually said that. I think actually in that one they were making whatever they wanted.
Right.
They're just trying to make whatever would sell to bring to the park.
But they also didn't want them mating. So Bilford the Hobbit says Tom Cruise would have used real dinosaurs. I think he would have too.
He would have.
Yeah.
No, he would have.
At $11 billion an hour, he would have done that.
Yeah.
And I would have went. I'd go watch it.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I gave him my rating, and I know we talked. But what about you guys? What ratings do you guys give it?
I gave it a 5.5. I said I was being generous. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't like. I thought some of the dialogue was terrible. Like when that broad was trying to kill that woman with the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's trying to kill Claire. And she's like, you're only supposed to use that on dinosaurs. You had a knife.
Right. Like, I will use whatever I can to survive. Like, what?
Although I was happy to see that actress because I really liked her in Dollhouse. Like,
I like her and everything she's saying.
Yeah.
Altered Carbon,
yeah.
But yeah, it was an okay movie. Kind of like the last one was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was a summer blockbuster.
Yeah. Hold on though.
It brought us some crazy good-looking CGI. You guys had problems with it. I didn't notice any problems with it. So it brought us dinosaurs fighting dinosaurs, some dinosaurs fighting people, some new dinosaurs. It brought back our childhood. 1994. That's high school for me. So I remember that score by John Williams from that year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The parallels that it drew. I like seeing. My one complaint is they brought back so many people. I wish they would have brought back in some way the 2 kids.
Oh,
yeah. I would have liked, I would like to see that.
Because they brought back Newman. Freaking
Dodson.
Right. I know him as Newman. I watched way more Jerry Seinfeld than I did Jurassic Park.
Well, actually, Newman didn't play Dodson. The other guy played Dodson.
Yeah.
But Newman's like, Dodson over here. See, nobody cares.
Yeah. Damn it, what was I going to say? Oh, so you mentioned it as summer blockbuster, and do you mean like that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great film?
Not necessarily. Summer blockbusters can be good films, but summer blockbusters are also meant to be big spectaculars. They're
okay, right. Because like the first movie, every time I hear the phrase summer blockbuster, the first movie I think of is Independence Day.
Really, I think of Jaws.
And okay,
but Jaws was the first summer blockbuster.
And my first summer blockbuster was probably Independence Day.
Yeah.
That's interesting because actually that would be mine. Independence Day, like that would be like my all-time. If I'm thinking summer blockbuster, Independence Day checks all those boxes.
And that movie still gets me jacked when I watch it. Like I freaking love Independence Day.
Yeah. You just go outside, you start raging like, yeah, let's go, July, bitches.
Kill some aliens.
Kill some aliens. Yeah, no, definitely a top of the line summer blockbuster. Yeah,
Dude, how were you guys with the length? I was losing my mind when the Tyrannosaurus Rex finally battled. I was like, come on. Like, where is it? Like, let's get to it.
So right, there was a lot of in the beginning, and I think that was my concern. Right, there was a lot of the whole activist approach to it, like cohabitation, like is it legal, blah blah type thing, which is cool, like to set a setting for it. But I felt it dragged on too long, and before we finally got into the the meat and potatoes, where we finally see the T-Rex, or finally see Blue, and like finally just see some damn dinosaurs and do something with them. Like I don't know, like even to me the opening scene like was really corny to me, because how they did the whole the whole now this type thing that's on Facebook all over the place, where the new like news update articles from Now This. I thought that was very cheesy. I was like, man, this isn't like, this is not what I came here to see. I came here to see munchy munchy choppy choppy, and I don't need to like we can move on from this.
Too much like bullshit real life stuff, like mundane real life stuff.
It really, it did. Like it definitely felt like I was just watching like something I would see on Facebook, where current events are happening, like shit's going wrong on the world, and it's like, that's not what I came here to see. I came here to see some dinosaurs fuck up some humans, and humans trying to survive. Not, oh, here's a human family camping, and there was an incident, dinosaur incident. Like, what the fuck? Dinosaur incident? Like,
dinosaur incident.
There's dinosaurs. It's not an incident.
But that's what the news would do. I mean, if you're watching MSNBC and dinosaurs storm through the nation's capital, they'd be like, in other news, there was a dinosaur incident today. No politicians were hurt, but several.
Yeah, right.
Several
only one casualty.
injured.
Yeah, only one casualty today. Like I wanted to see some pure fucking terror. Like I wanted to just see people just fucking frightened, and not like people living their regular lives and then open up a news article like, oh, there was a dinosaur incident today, and gotta make sure we take our guns and when we go camping. Like, what? It's not a bear. Like, it's a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, no one has a gun big enough. Like,
it's not a fucking bear. Like, I would be fucking terrified if dinosaurs were ruling the earth.
I mean, you can use a shotgun to blast out some of those little ones, but anything bigger than that, nothing's happening.
Like there was a scene where like a little girl was getting attacked by the little ones, and someone was just sitting there recording her. Like, what the fuck?
I know. I laughed so hard at that part. I was laughing so hard. Oh my god. Yeah, that was funny as hell.
To be fair, I'd do that. I mean, it'd get pretty good views on YouTube. So
you would get amazing views on YouTube, which is funny because, like, I mean, again, so I do the parallel of real life events to what the movie does. That is how, what actual humans would do right now today.
Yeah, I had that conversation just the other day with someone. It's just like when something happens, if everyone's first reaction is
to record it. Put out their phones and record it.
No, fucking help. Do something.
Yeah, right.
Like.
But yeah, so I just thought it was hilarious. Like, this little girl is getting fucking attacked, and someone is just sitting there recording. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. You know what? I'll watch it when it streams, because I'm gonna look at it from more of like an irony perspective now, looking for more of those like weird real life things that are going on, and it might be funny.
I mean that's how. Once I realized what this movie was going to be, that's kind of how I perceived it throughout the whole movie. It was just
so you checked out pretty quick then.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw the opening scene, I was all like, all right, I saw what this was going to be. I was like, I'm done. Like, whatever.
You know what else? You know what else drove me nuts? The dinosaur rodeo.
Oh my god!
Like, please.
Yeah.
No one is throwing a rope around to try and stop or slow down a fucking dinosaur. Right. Like, that thing is going to rip your arms off. You're going flying off the horse. And look what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
the horses are like, nope.
And they're like, we do this every day. No, you don't. That dinosaur is way too strong Like the horse can't even do anything about it with the power of the horse. Like it's not enough. Like
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid. I can't remember if that was in the trailer. I think I remember a cowboy hat at least. And like, yeah, you can't lasso a dinosaur and expect it to stop. And then they stopped it because of a dead tree was strong enough. And I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna pretend there's dinosaurs on here, can we pretend they're actually dinosaurs?
For the record, if you've ever tried to rip out a stump,
what's that?
If you've ever tried to rip out a stump, you know.
I mean, it's
probably stop a dinosaur.
It's tough. It's tough. But I think to Chris's point, before Chris Pratt's character was able to wrap that rope around a tree stump, he was by his not bare hands, but with just his gloves, was holding him holding this dinosaur down.
Yeah, he was being drug along. Like,
I mean, but then he
plus he's Star-Lord, man.
But he wrapped it around the tree, and he saw he was losing some grip from it, but only a little bit. I feel if a dinosaur was just moved its neck even an inch, that rope would have been out of your fucking hand. But he was able to wrap it around the tree stump before initially losing grip from it.
Yeah, that rope would have slid right out. There's
I don't know, but anyway, I checked out pretty early. I was also high as fuck because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's just how I'm gonna have to do it. I was high and drunk.
All right, I hear you.
It was hilarious. I was cracking up in the theaters. I had everyone else cracking up with me, but I was quiet. I wasn't the loud person in the theater. But
the woman sitting next to me was having a laugh too.
Yeah,
she might have been the first one to leave the theater when it was over.
I'm over it. I'm done. I'm over it. Yeah.
I did see it in IMAX. That was cool.
Did you?
Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking
that was the first showing. So I always go to the first showing of these movies at the movie theater that's 5 minutes away from me, not even. And that was the first one. So I was like, all right.
Not all of us can go see a movie at noon on a Thursday.
Oh, the earliest they've ever been has been 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
Oh, okay.
I also try and do that because I don't know, fewer people.
Yeah,
fewer people, and then you can do your quick reels.
Yep, that, and I'm also a big guy, and I don't want people sitting next to me. Hey,
no, that's fair. That's fair.
In front of me, to that matter, because then I can put my feet on their chair.
Right. No, that's fair. But yeah. So I mean that was my long opinion about it. I expected something different. I didn't get what I wanted, so I gave it a low rating. But there were some pretty decent parts, and as far as a couple of little choppy CGI, the CGI was really amazing. I felt the designs of the dinosaurs were really cool, especially establishing that fact that our perception of earlier dinosaurs back in the days looked more like birds than they did what they do now. So I thought that was really cool.
Right, that crustacean thing that they were talking about or whatever.
I thought that was cool. So, and I know Henry Wu, he talked about that in the last movie, I believe. He was saying they modify them to look more how we would perceive them as humans versus how actual history would perceive them as they look more like birds.
What do you guys think of the intro of my video?
I hated it. No, I'm kidding.
I think you should open up everything with the Top Gun intro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No one else like that, but you know what? I thought about doing the Jurassic Park song as well.
You definitely do that, but don't do the John Williams one. Do the one. Have you heard the one where it's someone is playing on the recorder and it's
oh yeah, the kazoo. Yeah, I was looking for that too. I was trying to find that too. I just didn't want to spend the time trying to rip the audio out of something.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
My cat has decided to lose his mind over here.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up here.
All right, guys. Well, that's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. Got a minute 9 in, doing all right. So what you guys got coming up this next week? An hour 9, whatever.
I think we're all gonna have to try and get caught up on Kenobi and talk about it. I mean, I know you don't want to watch it, Chris, but I think you're missing out.
I don't want to watch it at all.
It's been a good series.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, even with the gripes I have about it, I like what it's doing with canon.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
So
and then Miss Marvel came out this week, the first episode of that. So.
And I said I wasn't going to watch that the second I saw that trailer.
Yeah,
it's not made for me. It's not made for me. It's made for little teenage girls.
We've had a long discussion about how you feel about it, Chris. We know. About
I just don't watch any of those teenage shows. Like the Netflix has had a few of them, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like,
yeah.
What about you, Avery? What you got?
Let's see. So I'm gonna try to get caught up on some Obi-Wan because I did want to watch that. Probably get into some gaming. And then I have Father's Day is coming up next weekend.
Right.
My first Father's Day. My lady has something really special planned for this coming week. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. My first Father's Day ever. Super stoked to be. I'm so happy to be a dad. Honestly, like I've been really enjoying it. My daughter's finally at a point where she smiles and giggles at me. So I think this is what people are saying. Like this is where it's like all the sleepless nights. This is where it finally, pays off. Because honestly, it's such a joy. Like I make voices with her, and she's just fucking loses her mind. And I love it.
Have the sleepless nights reduced any?
They have. Like even last night, she slept through the whole night. Like I was able to get a full good rest. She's 3 months. She's coming up. Should be 4 months this on the 22nd.
Okay.
But yeah, she's an absolute doll. I absolutely love her to death, and I've gotten to a point where I can, if she's starting to cry, I can get her to calm down by putting her on, on my chest and make funny voices and make her laugh, and I just it lights my whole heart.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got at least one more video coming up this next week. I'm gonna watch Terror on the Prairie on Tuesday. Well, that depends. I'm supposed to have band practice on Tuesday, but we lost a bassist, so I don't know if they're just going to cancel it. I don't think we should, but we'll see. So that will either be Tuesday or Wednesday. And then what's coming out this week, Steven?
Next week is Lightyear.
Oh,
I don't care about Lightyear.
Yeah. I don't care about a lot of things.
Why'd you ask?
Because I know there's got to be more.
Nope, that's the big movie that's being released next week is Lightyear. Everything else is relatively obscure and unknown stuff. Like
that's literally the only movie coming out next week.
No, there's a list, but it's a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's indie stuff. Generally this is what happens. You have a big release like Jurassic Park. There's a buffer week.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
There's not a lot of overlap between Jurassic World and Lightyear. One's a kids movie, one's a big kids movie.
Yeah.
And then I think we've got something coming up. I don't have the list in front of me right now, but the week after, I think we've got another big movie coming up. Actually, there's a couple of them. There's Elvis coming up.
Elvis, yeah. Oh man, Elvis comes out
Small Town, Wisconsin.
Elvis comes out.
The Robin Hood movie coming out.
So the Bullet Train movie.
Oh.
That is a redo of a Korean movie, if I'm correct.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to look into that. But I think it's a remake of another Korean movie that I've heard great things about from like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look into that because I definitely want to see the original before I see. If that's the case, I want to see the first one, the Korean version, before I see the American one. But I think that trailer looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Also, I want to see Mission Impossible, and then there's a part of me that doesn't want to see Mission Impossible.
You know, you want to see Tom Cruise running around, jumping out of planes, and doing whatever crazy stunt he's doing this time around. You know, you want to see that. We all want to see that.
So like it's this one seems the trailer that I saw at Jurassic World seemed pretty political, like not so much like the controversy that's going on now, but just like other things that I'm kind of interested, with like tech and stuff.
Mhm.
And so like that's kind of why I don't want to see it.
Mhm.
Just because like I don't know, maybe too close to real life. I can't remember what that guy says, but he says something to Ethan, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's like real.
Real life.
All right, well then, I guess on that note, we'll wrap this up. And if you like what you heard, please subscribe, leave a like, and maybe tell a friend. Until next week, we'll see you guys around, and keep it nerdy.
Keep it nerdy.
Keep it nerdy.